Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. My name is Dave Yoster. I'm the president of the Managed Service Provider Association of America. Today, we are joined by Halima Wanamaker from Vemtech. Halima, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me here today, Dave.
Now, I know we've been back and forth over a couple of weeks. I'm so excited to actually have you here with us this time. I think your company and what you do has a unique perspective, and I'm so interested and excited to hear what you guys have to say and what you guys do. But before we jump into all of that, you are the owner and founder of Vemtech, correct?
Correct.
What is Vemtech?
Vemtech is a MSP, managed service provider company, who tailors especially towards engineers and architects, civil engineers, and also we like to obviously provide opportunities for minorities and women to also explore opportunities within the tech field as well.
And you said something there, and this is why I've been so excited to speak to you. Your focus, and even on your website, you mentioned women, and women in the world of cyber, in the world of tech, is something that the United States is struggling with, right? So I'm so excited to actually hear more about that. So you said you focus on that and also engineers, but tell us a bit more about how you focus on the women and the minority.
So obviously, state the obvious, right? I'm a woman, I'm a minority. I've been in the IT field for over 18 years professionally. I've contracted with the government, contracted with major corporations, and just had my first computer at 12, which is unheard of at that time, right? It was my father. He was the one that gave me my first computer, which gave me that opportunity to open up that door. As a woman in tech, not and a minority woman in tech, you deal with a lot of different personalities, a lot of different agendas and hurdles that you have to overcome. Because unfortunately, from my experience, when I walk in the room, I'm not given the benefit of the doubt that I know what I'm talking about, that I have it's 18 years of experience working at even the DOD, of experience. And so you come through challenges depending on who you're dealing with, and you just learn to overcome them. You learn to move forward and to put your best foot forward. And a lot of people in my space, they like to refer to me sometimes as a door opener in my community, because that's what I want to be. I want to be a door
Sure.
opener for other minority women and minorities to be able to actually have access to be able to work in tech.
There's a lot of programs that are focusing on women in tech.
Mhm.
Okay. And your perspective, because you've been in the field for so long, your perspective, do you feel that that drive to incorporate more women to the technology field and cybersecurity specifically as well, do you feel that that is going in the direction it should be going?
I'm gonna take it out of just even the tech field period. I don't
Sure.
think here in America that we focus enough on STEM, that we have enough opportunities, even in the middle school to high school level, to really perk their interest. If it wasn't for my father, who provided me a computer at 12 years old just for me to play with, you know, I don't know where I would be, if I would even be in this field, because that gave me the opportunity. So I feel like it's not just programs, you have to open up doors to for the resources. So I know they have a lot of programs with their internet objective program here, where
Sure.
everyone have access to internet. I mean, that's the basic, right? You have to start there. What's the point of me teaching you how to program or use a machine if you don't even have internet? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think it goes down. I think it moves, even if you want to go deeper. I think it's also the areas in which these programs are provided to, the income levels. So it's a lot of things to take into place. So yeah, it's nice to say there's programs out there for women, but you have to look at it at who are you really targeting? Are you targeting women because you want to put a notch on your belt that you met that qualification for that contract, right?
Sure.
Or do you really want to be inclusive? And then how inclusive? Because not all women are the same.
Sure, absolutely. And you said a few key things there that I want to touch on very, very briefly. Um, Talking about internet connectivity, I like New Mexico, for example. They are now deploying wireless networks across their rural areas, which I think is a fantastic initiative, right? And that comes down to exactly what you just referred to about just having simple connectivity. But you starting at the age of 12, as you mentioned, what is it that you love about technology?
Problem solver. And I love challenges. So you told me I can't do something, I'm going to prove you wrong. And I think that's what my clients love about me as well, because they'll throw something at me like, hey, can we do this? And I'm like workaround queen. Okay. I will find a way to make it work. I will find some way to do it. And I love challenges. So if you give me a challenge, I'm ready to stand up to it. And
Mhm.
IT, I feel like with my personality, like I get bored really easy.
Okay.
Hence why I started my own company, right? I can't do the same thing day in and day out. And I think with
Sure.
technology, why I kept this field in this field and I never changed my major in college or anything was because it was always something new. It was always different. It's always changing. We're utilizing AI now, just seeing how I'm doing experiments with my texts, and I'm giving a subset of them. I'm like, look, I don't even want you to research anything. I just want you to use Chat GPT. Just see how this works when we just using Chat GPT, and
Sure.
solving a quick low level, first level support case. And that's giving me data on even the level of text that I need to hire, or how I can train people, and how it makes it easier. So I love how technology evolves and how it moves forward, and it just keeps my interest.
What I hear you saying here is that you're taking all this technology and, like you say, the troubleshooting and problem solving, and you're pushing it into the company, and you're encouraging your staff to have that mindset, be a problem solver. That's what I'm hearing you saying. Is that correct?
That is absolutely correct. And not only be a problem solver, the one thing that I love about them tech and my staff, and even with my long-term clients, the one thing I always hear about us is our responsiveness.
Okay.
We are quick to respond, not just respond with your generic. And so for me, I'm looking for ways that we can respond quicker and more efficient and faster than
Gotcha.
anybody else.
Okay. And I think you answered the one question I was going to ask you is, we speak to so many MSPs, and I've said this in a number of interviews already, but what makes your MSP so different from everyone else? And I think you kind of just hit the nail on the head there, but can you elaborate a little bit more?
Absolutely. Again, it's with the responsiveness, but also being innovative. We are a very innovative company. We are always testing in-house the newest that's coming out. We're always making sure we stay on top. I mean,
Okay.
in my career, I'm going to date myself here, but I remember when I was working in DC, and someone asked me, my boss at that time said, who wants to work on the BlackBerry server? I never knew anything about it. I said, I'll do it. Learned it, and managed it. And then I had another opportunity where someone actually 2 hours away, I was living out in the suburbs, and they were like, hey, we need you, but we're doing this thing called the cloud with Microsoft. And this was before it was mainstream. So
Yeah.
I've always had an opportunity to be ahead, and I love it. So I would say what sets us apart definitely is our fearlessness to be innovative, but also responsible with that innovation, not just putting things out there just because it's new, thoroughly testing, making sure it works. And then also our ability to be responsive, we're customer service basis. Now, nothing against anybody else, but as a woman-owned company, we like to take care of our clients, and we're very customer service oriented. We love being making sure that our clients feel respected and taken care of and heard, and making sure that they are, just because they may not understand what I'm talking about, that doesn't mean that they're less than us. because sometimes in tech we can tend to over talk,
Sure.
tech, and make people feel small and they don't understand. And we make sure that we show respect to every single client, every person that we come in contact with. So I think that's our biggest advantage, is who we are, what we are, our makeup, and then also our innovativeness.
You mentioned clients and your support of clients. Can you tell me who is your ideal client?
My ideal client is, again, the our we love working with the civil engineers and architects. We know their world in and out. We just went to an AIA conference to even get more data, but ultimately it's the company that wants to grow.
Okay.
We if you are a company that is okay with where you're at, you probably wouldn't be the best fit for us. But if you're a company that's looking to streamline and to really have a partnership, to know that you have a team behind you to push you where you want to go, where there's no limit in how far you want to go, and knowing that we're a team that will stand behind you, there's nothing too small or too big that we can't handle. Those are usually our ideal clients, ones that are really looking to grow. Now, the thing about us too is we take micro clients. So yes,
Okay.
our ideal is who we said, but we do take all different industries, and we'll take a startup, we'll take a 1-2 person shop, but as long as we know that they don't want to stay a 1-2 person shop, we'll be with them throughout the entire growth process.
Yeah, what you just said there makes a lot of sense to me, because everything you said when we first started this interview with you is that you're helping one the community, and you're encouraging these people, so you're developing these people. That very, very clearly shows in your business ethic with regards to your customers, that you want to grow with these customers. That's exactly what I'm hearing you say, which is fantastic. We have a minute or two left here. Very quickly, one last question is, Vemtech, are you national, international, local? Where do you operate?
We're actually national, so we can provide support across the continental US. And we also have techs on site. We have access to techs on site anywhere in the US. So we are covered nationally.
Fantastic. That's great to hear. Halima, we got about a minute and a half left here, but before we do close, is there anything that you would like to say to your audience that's watching now or in the future?
Absolutely. I would, first of all, thanks for tuning in.
No
And
problem.
then, and secondly, yeah, if you're looking for, like I said before, if you're looking for a team to get behind you and to really someone that's keeping up with the compliance issues and any governmental and any type of growth, if you really want to grow your company, Vemtech is where it's at. We've been doing this for quite some time. We have the greatest staff, and we are not afraid to take risks with you, and calculated risks, not just any type of
Sure.
risk. So if this seems like a good fit for you, I advise you go ahead and check out vemtech.net. We're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, we're on TikTok. We have a great team of young people who go out there and do these TikToks, and they're so creative. So get a good laugh and go check them out, and yeah, give us a call.
Halima, thank you so much for this time. Thank you so much for all your insight and contributing and devoting your time and your what seems like your life to encouraging one woman in tech and technology as a whole. Anyone who is interested in connecting with Halima, please, website is down below. Reach out to them, have a look, see if it's someone that you want to work with, and maybe just give her a call and see if it's a good fit for you. Halima, thank you so much for this time.
Thank you so much, Dave.
You have a fantastic day.
You too.
Bye bye.
Bye.